What is up guys, I'm Scored1 and welcome back to Redstone tutorials. Today I am going on to the more advanced stuff, things people don't know about. Now, the first thing we'll do is precious stuff. So this is a tripwire. Most people don't know how to use it, but that's why I'm here. The tripwire generates a charge on both blocks that it is connected to, and as you can see it is connected here by a bit of string. I will disconnect that, get a bit of string, place it down and set it, and you will also notice, if you noticed before, I broke it, creates a charge just like a normal tripwire, because you can't just break a tripwire and it just deactivates it. But anyway, set it again, stand on it, creates a charge just like a pressure plate. But the advantages of doing this, it's better for traps, as you can set stuff either side. Now onto these. To the untrained eye, people just think these each are just different types of plates. Now for these two are the actual normal pressure plates. They generate the charge and go all the way up to the maximum 15 redstone length, as I talked about in the previous episode. Now, something people don't know is that the heavy pressure plate, as you can see, it only generates one charge. It can only trigger the thing that it is next to. That is why it is called a heavy pressure plate. It is meant for heavy things, and is meant to reply on more pressure to generate more of a charge. Now, since I don't have anyone with me, I can't actually demonstrate having more people on it, and I'm not even sure if it works. Now, this one's a light pressure plate. As you can see, it also only generates one charge, but the advantage of this plate is that it does not need someone to stand on it. As you can see, I have thrown the string on it, and it is generating the charge and pressing down on the pressure plate, which can be very handy if you do not want to actually stand on the pressure plate to use it. Now, onto something I like very much. These are clocks. Basically, what a clock is something that constantly ticks around, just like a normal clock. Now, these are two different types. This one's a slower one, and this one is a rapid one. Now, if you quickly place the redstone torch and remove it, you can see it generates this cycle and constantly has a redstone charge. And now if I connect it to this piston, you can see it is constantly pressing out and resetting itself. Now for this one uses a redstone comparator, something that I will be talking about more in the expert section because, well, not really expert, but more advanced because it's a bit more complicated. But essentially, redstone comparator, link it round to the side of it, like so, either side doesn't matter, and have it three blocks of redstone with a redstone repeater at the end. This is the crucial part because it does not work if it is closer. Now, place a redstone torch there, and it is constantly flashing. Now, I say it doesn't work if you have it 2 blocks away, because if you do that, it just constantly sets them on. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't talk about how to make this one. This one is just made with redstone repeaters and a block of redstone covering each thing here. But also, you need to have it laying, because if you have each one set to maximum, like without a delay, then it just sets it fully on, as you can see here. It just sets it on and it's just a useless circuit. It's good if you want something to replace a redstone torch or a redstone block, but it's not recommended. Oh, I forgot to turn the difficulty off. Good thing it's on creative. Sorry about that. There we go. Nice and quiet. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, this. Anyway, quickly do that, and now you have a circuit. Good thing about this one is that you can set it to have a really big delay. So as you can see, oh, I'll just reset it. I think it's gone a bit bodged there. There you go. So now it's nice and slow. Just quickly reset that. And just to demonstrate how fast this one is, as you can see, that is ridiculous. It's good for if you're using a dispenser with arrows, which I'm going to talk about later. But anyway, these are the clocks. Good thing to jot down or remember because they can come in handy. Now, I want you to talk more about the pistons from last time, and also how to use the delays of the repeater. As I've shown you before, provides a delay. Now, I've hooked up this special system, and just to quickly show you, normal wall, and there you have an entrance, and you can walk through. This is because I have managed to delay, the words are leaving me again, it really annoys me. I've managed to delay each of the blocks going to the redstone, the pistons, so that this one activates first and these two activate later. So that one gains power to push those out first, and these ones activate later, so that that one activates immediately after. Now, how I've made this. This is just going to be something quick I've done. Well, quick I'll do, because I don't really want to stay long on this, because it can take some time to explain if you don't fully understand. Now, redstone repeater on a block. This applies power to both blocks here, like this. That's something I forgot to talk about in the previous thing. And that's how you make that work. The way this works is that the power goes round the back. It goes round the back first to trigger the piston when it gets moved along here, so that it pushes out. The reason for the delay is because if it didn't have a delay, although it pushes out correctly, it wouldn't bring it back in, because these would be powered off first. So now put a delay on it, this will turn off first, bringing it back in, and these two would turn it back into position. Now, moving on, the actual dispenser and... no wait, sorry, that's a dispenser and that's a... yes, that's right, sorry. That's a dispenser and that's a dropper. The main difference between the two is that that fires. It works just the same as the pistons and stuff like that with redstone, but this drops it. Another demonstration. Very good if you're firing or making a defensive thing. Ooh, don't want to do that. Or here, if you want to just drop a certain amount of something. Now onto something that's very interesting if you're getting a bit more curious with your redstone, going into more detail into curiosity in the next episode. Now, as you can see here, the redstone torch is going into the block, and as you can see, the redstone torch is turned off. Now this is a very weird thing to someone who hasn't seen it before, because if a redstone torch receives a current, it turns off. So as you can see, it turns on there, but if the block it is attached to receives a current, it turns off. As you can see, as I've attached these redstone torches to this redstone block, as a redstone block is just nothing but a charge. Now onto the final thing for this episode is the stuff on the rails. Railway stuff is actually quite interesting when you've actually got it started, because you can have like a network. It's quite simple because there's not really much to do. As you can see here for the first one that this TNT cart is on, the TNT I'll be using later, it is on a golden rail. Now a golden rail acts as a brake. It stops and slows down minecarts when they go on it, because if you just have it going on a normal rail, it just goes at a constant speed. Now watch as I do that. For this, the rail changes and it acts as a sort of turbo for the minecart. Now before I move the minecart to show you, I'd just like to show you this. This is a trigger for the minecart. So if a minecart goes over this, it activates that light. It's sort of like the pressure pad. But yeah. And now this one is a trigger. And it's also a trigger, but it's something for when the minecart goes over. This actually triggers anything that's in the minecart. So as you can see... Sorry, I didn't even... I can't even. What am I doing? Sorry, I messed up what I was doing there. Right. As you can see there, the trigger is now on, meaning anything that goes over it, so in the minecart, such as this minecart with TNT, it will trigger it and make it explode. Or if you're using something else, I'm not sure what else could you use. But anyway, quick demonstration. You will see early. You've seen earlier how it'll turn that going over the pressure pad. But there you go. Triggers the TNT, and bang. But anyway, this has been another tutorial by me, Scored1. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. Tune in next time for when we go on to more advanced stuff. And judging by looking at that thing, I think you'll want to see next time. But anyway, thanks for joining me. I've been Scored1. Goodbye.